before you picked it up and we let you go, I said, Mr. Ariola, if you pick up another case, we are done with catch and release. We will now do everything in our power to ensure that the trespasses and the failure to IDs and the thefts and the assault stop. Bipin Gemeyer, come up. Morning, sir. How do I pronounce your last name? Is it Gemar?
Yeah.
Okay, sir, you're charged with terroristic threat of a family or household member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. I see that you're also charged with criminal mischief. On that one, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine.
On October 22nd, 2024, officers were dispatched to an apartment complex in Harris County, Texas, in reference to a terroristic threat. Officers made contact with the complainant, who stated her husband, the defendant, threatened to kill her and damaged her work personal laptops. The complainant stated that she and the defendant were separated, but wanted to give it another shot. The complainant and the defendant got into a verbal argument over where the defendant should put his belongings, and the complainant went into the bedroom to separate herself. The defendant stated he was going to kill her and do whatever it took to go back to Nepal. The complainant ran out of the bathroom to her motor vehicle and left the location. The complainant stated the defendant later sent her a picture with a hammer damaging the screens of her laptops. The total was $450.
Mr. Meyer, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with this person whatsoever. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to do everything in my power to protect every person of Harris County. If that means putting you in custody and making your bond sky high, I'm going to do it. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You had contact with this person, Morgan, anyone?
Yes, Judge. I spoke with her yesterday. She is also requesting no contact in this case. I believe they're living separately at the moment.
Okay.
There is a signed MOA in place as well, and I believe that.
There's a protective order that has been issued in this case. I suggest you get to know it, because if you do something to violate the protective order, the state can and will file additional charges against you. You violate those conditions, I can hold you at no bond, zero bond, and I will do it in a heartbeat. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any kind of evidence of alcohol or drug usage at all? And then in the prior assault, same complaining witness?
No, Your Honor, there's no allegations of alcohol use.
So can you create conditions, no contact and no weapons?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm also ordering you not to be in possession of weapons. When I mean no contact, I mean no contact of any kind. Phone calls, text messages, emails, Snapchat, social media, use of third parties to try to get a hold of this person. No means no. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm gonna have you sign a reset with Victoria. After that, I'm gonna have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and then we'll have you wait for your lawyer.
Judge, I have previous magistrate conditions in place that include refrain from no contact, as well as a GPS monitoring device with an exclusion zone of that address, as well as no firearms. Would you like to keep those in place?
What do you think about GPS?
Page 13.
David Prado. Mr. Prado, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On October 23rd, 2024, officers responded to a residence in Harris County, Texas, in reference to a family assault. The officer made contact with the complainant, who stated she was assaulted by the defendant, her husband. The complainant stated the defendant was drinking all night, was sleeping, and the complainant woke him up. The complainant stated she told the defendant he needed to wake up to watch over their youngest child so she can get their other children ready for school. The complainant stated the defendant walked to the bedroom, and the complainant heard a child crying for a while and went to check on the child, where she found the defendant sleeping. The complainant attempted to wake the defendant by grabbing his shoulder and moving him side to side, which caused the defendant to wake up, who became angry, stood up, and began shouting in the complainant's face. The defendant proceeded to grab the complainant's left arm and applied pressure, causing pain. The defendant then pushed the complainant away from him, causing her to hit her back on the dresser, causing pain. The defendant stated the complainant woke him up to take care of the youngest child. The complainant became upset because the child was crying, and the defendant admitted to getting close to the complainant's face, but denied assaulting the complainant.
All right, Mr. Prado, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or kind of illegal dope, I'm going to put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
John.
What do we know about whether she wants to have contact with him or not?
It looks like the complaining witness is requesting that there's temporary no contact. I think that she's wants him to undergo some kind of treatment before contact, so I think that would be
She doesn't want
appropriate.
contact with us.
Correct.
Okay. So understand that a protective order has been issued in this case, and at this point, we're ordering you not to have any contact with this person and not to be in possession of weapons. Time heals all wounds, so perhaps at a later time, we can amend this, but at this point, just don't have any contact with him.
She is asking if I can help with the children here and there.
So do you have a lawyer?
I am working on that.
Okay, let's do this. Before we get into, I don't want you to say anything now because, I've got a bunch of DAs here and everything that you say they can use it against you. Get a lawyer. We can try to amend conditions to that, because I understand that this is going to impact the kids and I don't want it to because kids should always have their father as well, right? But I don't want to do it with everyone here without you having a lawyer present. So get a lawyer, come back as soon as you can, and then we can talk about trying to amend it to fix it the best way for everybody possible. Okay? So what I'm gonna have you do now is I'm gonna have you sign a receipt with Victoria. We'll have you just take a seat while we get the bond condition. We'll have you sign it, and after that, you'll be free to go. Okay?
Done.
For sure. Please. Do you see a problem with her?
Page two,
Um,
deal.
Morgan, the bottom of the MOA is kind of crossed out. Do you want to do another one? Take a look at the filed MOA.
Page two.
Mr. Baldillo, you were charged with reckless driving. You're facing up to 30 days in jail and or a $500 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. It is 2535302.
On October 22nd, 2024, the officer was conducting surveillance at a car meet in Harris County, Texas. The officer observed the defendant's motor vehicle doing donuts in the parking lot within close proximity of multiple other motor vehicles and pedestrians. The officer observed the motor vehicle's rear tires lose traction and began spinning out of control. The motor vehicle's rear end whipped around wildly within approximately 10 to 15 feet of people spectating. A traffic stop was initiated. The defendant was detained and identified with ACES.
Mr. Baldillo, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. What is your immigration status? Are you in this country with or without permission? What happens if you go to jail?
Well, I will go to the, I will go because I did it what I did.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
Está aquí con permiso o sin permiso en este país. Sin permiso. Without,
What happens if you go to jail?
¿qué pasa si va a buscar la cárcel? I don't know.
Think.
Piensa.
You're not in this country with permission.
No estás en
So what happens to people who go to jail and they're not in this country with permission?
permiso y vas a la cárcel. ¿Qué pasaría?
No sé, por lo que cometí esto mal. Por lo que cometí esto mal.
I don't know, but what I did it was bad.
If you go to jail and you're not in this country with permission,
País con-
immigration sweeps it on a daily basis. If they find you there, they will put an immigration detainer. You will sit in custody for about 6 to 9 months, waiting for immigration to do whatever they're going to do to you. And at that point, it's very possible they deport you to where your country of origin. Do you understand?
¿Me entiendes eso?
This is your second case within the last 6 to 7 months. I'm ordering you not to drive and I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm now sending you for a drug test. I want to know what, if anything, is in your body. You're to go, take a test and come right back. And if I find that you don't take the test, if you don't come back, I'm telling you now, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. No more PR bonds. And if you're unlucky enough, the next time you go to jail, you're going to be there for almost a year. Do you understand? Before you leave right now, you will be signing an affidavit with me today, promising me that you're not going to drive. I don't care what is going on in your life. If I find that you drive, I don't care what the reason is. You will be doing up to 6 months in jail because I can hold you in contempt. Do you understand? Are you here with anyone today?
No.
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 How old are you?
¿Qué edad tienes tú?
24.
24.
How'd you get here?
A friend gave me a ride.
Come sign this. We're sending you now for a drug test. You must come right back after the test, Mr. Valdilio. No, it's going to be. We'll have to do a deeper dive with him now. Okay, you ready, Mr. Payne? Come on up, sir. Yes. Thank you.
Here on Israel Barakina Vasquez.
I get it.
Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor, it's a DWI. We've submitted a PTI packet, but Mr. Beadle wants to know about, there was an accident. It began in Montgomery County. Accident, both parties fled, and I think she's been trying to contact the complainant, but with not
Do you
success.
have kind of evidence that there's an accident?
So there was an FSGI was never filed in Montgomery County, like they never filed charges. It's in our offense report that states that there was an accident in Montgomery County, and then I think a witness followed the defendant into Harris County where he was arrested for the DWI. So there's an accident report that was done that lists the names of the individual in the other car in Montgomery County, but no phone number. So we tried TLO, we tried emergency contacts. Are not
I'd
able
love a
to
good
touch-
written office report. You know what I mean?
We're trying to get in touch with them, but we haven't been able to thus far.
Do you want to send it to an investigator perhaps and see if that yields any results?
Yeah, Judge, we can do that. I think we were interested in maybe getting a reset on this case just to try.
Yeah, obviously, but I mean, I don't want to just beat a dead horse. If you can't find the number, it's time to send it to the investigator. That way we can try to get this thing resolved within a reasonable amount of time. Okay, I mean, we'll do 30 days and then if you can just send it to the investigator, hopefully they can get more results, huh? Okay.
30 days, Your Honor.
Yeah, 30 days and then, just prepare him. He's gonna need a mitigation packet regardless. Did you do that already or?
Yes, sir, I've submitted it to everyone, Judge.
Do you want to do a TRAS today or do you want to wait? Wait, okay, not a problem. All right, we'll have you sign a reset. Good luck. Thanks for coming. Hey,
More Judge.
Mr. Left.
I was here on Monday with Nicholas Poole. He has bonded out. We're here to get the bond conditions done.
Come up, Mr. Poole.
And for the court's edification, I suggested on Monday that there was going to be more information to come to light, that this is not what it appeared to be. We have since found out that the case in Galveston and the assault bodily injury case are not in fact real cases. Coding,
So there is no new, there is no.
neither
case in
code, neither
Galveston.
case exists.
Okay.
And I anticipate that there will be more information that will come to light that will suggest that this is not what it appears to be. But for now, I just wanted to share that with you.
Regardless, he's got a lot of very serious charges and it's well, established that he just doesn't abide by bond conditions. So I think that now we need more rigorous conditions to ensure that he's not using, he's not out in the middle of the night, and he's not a danger to anyone or himself. Mr. Poole, the only reason your bonds are not at $60,000 are because of Mr. Left. If I find that you start acting a fool, I'm gonna 10 times the amount, not maybe 100 times the amount. If I find that you violate any of these conditions, even the most smallest condition, he's homeschooled now, right? He's doing online schooling. Okay, you're not to go out. I don't want you out. The only time that you're allowed to go out if there's a medical emergency or to meet with a lawyer. And I want proof before you go out to meet with your lawyer. Do you understand? If you go out, there's only one place you're going. You're not to be in possession of weapons. You're not to consume alcohol, not to consume illegal drugs. And I'm going to randomly test you. They're going to call you to come take a drug test. If you fail to come, if you fail to go take a drug test, into jail you go. I'm going to keep you extremely close to make sure that you're not violating any conditions. Do you guys want to, Dad, do you want to come up? Is that grandma? Is that grandma?
Yes.
Happy to have her.
She's a teacher, she's working.
Thank you for coming. I just want to ensure that there are no more issues. And I think that hopefully with him staying at home, there won't be any more issues. So what I'm going to do is I'm putting a monitor on his ankle to ensure that he's not consuming alcohol. He's going to have to get drug tested. So he's going to get called in to, and, periodically we'll have to go to downtown to get tested. And then we'll just ensure that he's not using any kind of marijuana, any kind of illegal drugs. I'm going to test you 40 days from today. If you test positive for marijuana after 40 days, that tells me that you've continued to consume, and I don't care what it is, if it's an edible, if it's a gummy, CBD, you're to stop everything. If you test positive in 40 days for anything illegal, you know what's going to happen. Guys have any questions? I will pay for everything so that there's no issues about, because typically this device that he's going to get costs around $400 a month, $500 a month. So I'll pay for it so that there's no issue. Just make sure that he's on the straight and narrow, and that's it. And then, if you guys have any issues, just come back and talk to me.
Thanks, Judge.
Okay, all right. Thanks. Thanks for being patient. Okay. Come up. Mr. Crook, excuse me, Mr. Crozier, you're charged with harboring a runaway child. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement that they're offering you 1 year in Harris County Jail to be probated for 2 years. It's a straight probation, right? What that means is it will end up as a conviction on your record. You can never take it off. You can never change this. Do you understand? From now on, you'll be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. As part of the agreement, you will do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess other conditions, you must fulfill those conditions. Thinking for a change, no drugs, no alcohol, random urinalysis. On the mental health caseload, you must do 10 hours of community service, $100 donation one time to Houston Area Women's Center, no harassing, threatening, or abusive contact with AW, and 30 days in Harris County Jail is the condition.
Yes, sir.
Is this how you understand it?
Yes, sir.
You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, that's it. Like I said, you're going on this probation. So the deal with this probation is that if you break this probation, if you don't fulfill it, if you pick up a new case, if you don't do your classes on time, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in jail. The only thing we're going to talk about is if you violated, and if you did, you're looking at an entire year in jail. Do
Yes,
you
sir.
understand?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense? Are guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I will find you guilty, sentence you to the agreement. Did I miss anything, Shatori? What do you do for a living, Mr. Crozier?
Right now I'm working construction. I've actually done a few jobs already. I've done sheetrock so far, pipe. Yesterday I just got done with a fencing job. I have another fencing job coming up and a roofing job. So I
You
work
going
construction.
from like job to job? Do you have a steady like foreman or person that you work
Yes.
for?
Works for a construction company.
Okay, great. Okay, so what about the 30 days?
So that's what it came to. For the 30 days, we were asking, could he do October, since he's on 2 years, can he do October 25th, 2025?
Oh, no,
Because-
not that far out.
Well,
That's
okay.
like over a year. I mean, typically when we do as a condition, it's toward the front end, within the first like
So my
3-4 months.
thinking is, he is experiencing issues. I wanted to see if he could get that under control before he turned himself in, because originally the plan was that he was just gonna turn himself in last Monday and stay in until we resolved it. But around the third day, he started having panic attacks, and mom bonded him out because they were about to put him in a mental health home. I just wanted to give him some time to seek some kind of mental.
Problem
health
is that you're gonna have to do it at one point or the other. The
Right.
longer you do it out, the worse it's gonna be. You just get it, do it, and you're done with it,
treatment. Say 6 months.
The other problem compounding this issue is the case is 700 days old. I mean, he absconded for how long,
About 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, you want me to reward you with a really long for taking off for all that time? So I'll give you up to 4 months, but you need to nail down a date that you want to go in. And I'm going to tell you now, if you don't go in, you're looking at the full range of punishment, up to a year in jail. Do you understand? You pick up a new case, it's not going to go well. You violate conditions, you smoke weed, it's not going to go well for you. Don't. What you do out there every day, you better think, if I do this, is there potential of going to jail? If it is, don't do it. If you're going to a party and there's a bunch of weed there, you better leave. You're on paper, man. For you to go to a party, that's not the right thing to do, because temptation is a bitch. And if it's there, you're going to want to partake, because if you're a person that likes to party, probation is not good for you. So you better think before you act, before you do, because you could be doing a lot more time in jail. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll give you up to 4 months. Pick a date that he needs to go in, but we need to know the date now before we leave here today. You can reduce the fees. So I'll give you a reduction of fees to the minimum. I can't pay for outside classes, but I'll reduce it to the minimum. We'll give you credit for the time that you've done. So that'll also help with your fines and fees as well. Don't pick up a new case. And don't smoke weed.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys, good luck. Roberto, hey, good morning. You were called to take an alcohol and drug test and you failed to go. I'm going to tell you now that if you ever miss again, I will put you in jail. I'm going to revoke your bond and put you in custody. I don't care what your excuse is, but if you ever fail me again, you know what's going to happen. Forewarned is fair warned. I am now sending you for a drug and alcohol test, and I hope that you don't test positive for anything. But if you ever miss again, in straight to jail you will go. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you are you in this country with or without permission?
With,
I don't know if you do, but if you don't, and you go to jail and immigration puts a detainer on you, it's going to really turn your life upside down. So I would be very, very careful. You better show up next time. Okay, Mr. Opar, so we'll send him now. Hopefully he's clean. If so, we'll just do a normal reset. If it's dirty, then we'll call you and let you know. We'll have to deal with it. Okay. You can go. Get a date with Victoria, just in case, and then he'll have to come back, and then we'll reach out to you and let you know. Do me a favor, will you? Will you leave me your cell phone? Do you have a pen here? Hey, you ready? Hey, good morning.
Last week, the state filed a motion for an in-camera review on a case that's on docket Friday for Brady material.
Okay.
Nothing's been released to me yet, so I was wondering.
What's the last name?
The last name is Rubin, Rubin.
I showed it's still open, right?
Yes, he made bond on it, right?
Say it again? He made bond,
He
so
made
that's the, Mr. Brown?
Here, but wait, to judge.
good morning.
So it looks like you're wanted out of the state of Kentucky for engaging in organized crime,
Order in the court.
criminal mischief. I guess it's at a first degree warrant. Is it? I don't even understand what these charges are.
It should be engaging in organized crime, theft by unlawful taking or disposition, all others,
That's what it is.
1,000 to 10,000. 2 counts of that, and then criminal mischief, first degree. I can also fix it if it doesn't make sense.
No, that's okay. Are you waiving full electrician, sir? Okay, you have to understand that if they end up shipping you off to Kentucky, you've got to stay in contact with your lawyer in the felony case, because if you don't, a warrant here will issue, and the hold that you have here from Kentucky, it's going to happen when you end up in jail over there. Harris County will put the hold here, and you're going to be in the exact reverse situation in Kentucky. So you got to stay in contact with a lawyer. Okay? All right, man. Good luck. No. Is she in the wrong room, perhaps? I don't see her in the waiting room. Do you mind bringing someone out? Jarvis Broussard, please. Herman. You want to talk? Yeah, tell me.
I'm approaching on, first one is on docket, Mr. Vasquez Perez. I need him to come in because he doesn't understand PTI and mitigation and that sort of stuff. I need him to come into the office and have a face-to-face and explain it to him.
It's 200 days old. So here it says that you were working on a mitigation packet. I guess it
He
didn't happen.
hasn't, that's the problem. He's kind of rough to speak to because he's a Spanish speaker.
Don't worry about it. We'll give you a week. He's got to
Okay.
be here in a week.
Okay, great. And then Judge, I don't know if you remember Mr. Forbes. He was that gentleman with the 2 dismissals because he had no alcohol.
No, I don't remember anything.
May I give you the cause number?
Okay.
It is 250
Okay.
7650.
Vaguely.
Okay, so he has 2 prior DWIs that were dismissed for no alcohol.
Right.
We
One
spoke,
potentially for a PTI that we don't know.
Well,
And
yes, and that's what I'm addressing with the court. We've spoken to Mr. Beadle. He has to do IOP and SOP to then be allowed before he's allowed to even get a contract.
that's going to take months now.
But and I know we were coming back. I want to address it with the court because we're coming back November 11th. And remember, he lives out of
Get
town.
started on it now, if that's what he's going to do.
I beg your pardon?
That's what you want to do. You got to get on it like
Yes, sir.
yesterday.
Yes, sir. That's why I wanted to address it now before November
So,
11th.
good. Thank you for doing that.
Yes, and then so,
Started on it now.
okay,
So,
can I get an off docket on the November 11th date?
no. So I guess.
Well, can we keep it on docket as long as I provide documentation to
I'm
the
okay with
court?
that.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
For sure. Just bring it in,
Yes,
let us
sir.
know. So IOP that's 3 times a week.
No, he knows, yeah, an SOP.
And then followed by the SOP, that's other,
Yes, it's tough.
so let's do this.
If he doesn't complete it, no PTI. He says they're not.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's set it off a week, same day as your other guy.
Okay.
I want proof that he signed up for an actual IOP by the next time he comes back next week, and then we'll set him off for like a
Fantastic.
month after that.
Okay.
And then
And
we'll,
I just appear with the documentation, is that correct?
correct.
Okay, thank you,
And then
sir.
assuming if he hasn't signed up, then he's got to be here.
Absolutely, yes.
If he has signed up, I'm okay with it, but we need to know that he signed up for the right thing
Yes, sir.
as opposed to the 1 time a week. It's going to be the 3 time a week at a legitimate place, not some punka city.
No, it has to
IOP.
be, yes.
Right.
Yes, we agree.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
And if you need help, she can tell you which IOPs are good. Shatoria can, so that you can give the list to him.
Okay, thank you. I will be 3 times.
Go ahead and step all the way forward for me.
Good morning, Mr. Broussard.
Judge, I'm here.
Thanks, Chisholm. So I don't know you. You want me to give you a bond? I don't know. You know, what concerns me, number one, are you a danger to the community? Number two, and most importantly, are you going to go to the jurisdiction you're wanted from? I have a lot of people here that try to sell me the sun, moon, stars, and little ponies and rainbows and gumdrops. But when they get out of the door, they turn into a completely different person. So I don't know you. The only way I get to know you is how you look on paper, because that tells me who you really are. So I don't know if I'm going to set you a bond. I guess it depends on what you're wanted for and your criminal history, because that'll tell us who you are. So what's he wanted for? And
He's wanted for burglary out of Tennessee, along with the other history that you see that are local. But at this time, the state is opposed to him getting a bond. He's also found to be on federal supervision for robbery again, and the end release date is June 20th, 2025.
he's on federal probation too.
For robbery. Well, it was pled down to, on charge of interference with commerce by threat or violence, which is a felony. So he's on supervision until 2025, and because the originating charge was robbery, same one in Tennessee as well,
So he picked up another robbery in Tennessee.
I don't know when the warrant for Tennessee was. That was the grand jury.
And then I got to imagine that if he's on federal probation, if he in fact picked up a new case, are the feds not going to revoke him?
Well, it looks to be pretty recent, so it could be that they just haven't done it yet, because it's very, very recent. Sorry, that's the.
Have you run an NCIC to see?
That's what I'm running on. I'm trying to find the original warrant date for the Tennessee one, not the federal one.
And then does he have any prior flight?
October 19th, so it's pretty recent. For bond forfeitures, sorry, Judge, doesn't show that he does. But the nature of the fact that he has an indictment out of Tennessee in the middle of his federal supervision for the exact same offense obviously gives me concern for him being released on his own recognizance. The impasse that we're at now is that his original pickup date is being requested by the demanding jurisdiction to extend out to the 12th, November 12th, which is still within the 30 statutory days, but obviously it's outside the window that the court typically gives. It's about an 8-day some odd, give or take extension. But with the nature of the federal supervision along with the state warrant is that that we would still be held requesting a no bond. And so I know counsel.
Have you reached out to Tennessee to see if they can come pick him up earlier?
Did you?
They said they had other pickup schedule, which is why they have to pick up online.
Got it. So what happens, Mr. Broussard, is that it's very expensive to pick someone up. They spend thousands and thousands typically for like a one-man pickup and transport. It's usually around $3,500, about $5,000. And so what they'd like to do is to maximize and pick up as many people as they can at any one time, because it doesn't make sense to pick up one guy, come back the next week, and then come back the next week. So what they try to do is they put everybody and lump them all together at one time so they can pick up everybody and then go, because that's how you maximize and you reduce spending. That's what Tennessee is trying to do here. Now, understand that we give 14 days as a courtesy. Statutorily, they have 30 days to come get you, not 14. Because we have so many people in jail here, we're like packed to the gills, we give 14 days. I don't know if I'm comfortable giving you a bond, being that you're on federal probation for robbery. Now you picked up another robbery. So I don't know how comfortable I am giving you a bond.
So it's a robbery, or it's a burglary?
Oh,
The federal one is a robbery, the state one is a burglary.
that's what I meant. Sorry. The burglary case. Still, it's, they're concerning cases, you know? You're on federal probation. You've got a whole host of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 priors here. And now you picked up another, you're hopscotching with the states with criminality. You know, it scares me because if I give you a bond, something happens out there, that's my name on the bond. I have enough trouble sleeping as it is, you know? So, Chisholm, I don't know, man.
Your Honor, I did speak with Mr. Broussard, and he does say that he's going to go out to Tennessee to take care of this warrant. I believe, like he said, it's a burglary, and he at this point he's not even sure of what it is. It looks like something that he just needs to go and take care of. And then of course, if he's on federal probation, he's not going to get very far very quickly.
Right. Can we do this? Because we're still within the time. Do you mind reaching out to the feds? Are they gonna pick them up?
Detainer, it all makes it all move because they'll
Right.
pick them up.
Can you, at the minimum, see what they're gonna do? If they're gonna, you know?
If they revoke, it's gonna just supersede everything, so. Yeah.
Of course.
Right. So you can maybe set it off a day or two, reach out to the feds, see what they're gonna do.
I'll be upfront, I've had difficulty with, I mean, I'm happy to reach out, I just would imagine it would take more than a day.
Well, that's fine. If it takes 2 days, 3 days, that's
Wednesday.
it's okay.
Can we circle back on Monday? Would that be too long?
Friday or Monday?
Monday, would that be okay with the court?
Is Monday okay with you, Chisholm?
I believe, yes, Judge, that'd be fine.
Because reaching out to them isn't the issue. I'm confident I can do that today. It's whether they make the decision to revoke his federal probation, that's gonna take.
And then, look, if you can get any news earlier, we can come back earlier as well. Just get a
Yes.
hold of Chisholm, and I'm happy to put him on the docket earlier as well.
She said, like,
Sounds good, Judge.
my federal PO said that they wasn't gonna revoke it. The only way they'll revoke it is if Tennessee picks me up.
They're gonna pick you up. They're not gonna let you go. It's a serious case and you're on federal probation. They're not gonna let you go. They've already expressed that they want to come get you. So we'll set it just for a couple days to figure out what the feds are gonna do, and then I'll bring you back and then we'll give you the news.
So I'm saying, instead of bringing me back to court, that I ain't know what I'm saying. So I might as well just what?
Your other option is to waive. Has he waived already?
He has, that was the issue. Well, sorry, he waived
on October
19th, so that was the issue, is
So
the original end date
You've
was.
waived already. So basically what happens now is we just wait for Tennessee to come get you. Right?
So is it another date if they not here?
No. We're keep the same day because I don't want to keep you here any longer than we have to. We want to get you out as quick as possible.
So which
And
is
I kinda-
Monday? Which is Monday on the 4th?
To see whether the feds are going to do something.
You know what I'm saying? The actual date the Tennessee had to come pick me up, the 4th would be the what, 14th day?
I don't know.
So.
Yeah, it's November 4th, to the best of my knowledge. Mr. Broussard, remember I told you, Harris County's got 30 days to keep you. They are allowed to keep you statutorily for 30 days, but they give 14 days as a courtesy because of the fullness of the jails, right? So the judge can grant an extension to Tennessee to come get you within that 30 days. Okay? So 30 days would be for you, would be November.
Chisholm, let's do this because I got a line building up. I'll
Okay,
let you explain it to him back there, and then I'm happy to set it for whatever day you want.
Monday is fine unless we get an answer earlier than that.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'd rather go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge. Let me
Mr.
excuse.
Broussard. Thanks, Chisholm. Yeah. You got
Thank you so much. Thank you, Judge.
Hi.
Yes, sir. So Kate said she's gonna post that line for 208. She said she'll take care of it today. Yes, sir.
I see it. That's what I was just pulling it up. All right. Good morning, Mr. Collins.
Morning, sir.
Mr. Collins, you're charged with criminal mischief. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement. They're offering you 90 days in jail, credit for the 37 days that you've already done. So it's basically a wash. Understand, I see that you've picked up a felony, so you're not going to be released, but at least you've got one down, just one to go.
Yes, sir.
Is this what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
It also is alleged that in May 22nd of 2019, out of the 180th District Court, you had a prior burglary of a habitation. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Okay, true to the enhancement. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers if you're not a citizen. There are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you cannot change this.
So,
This is what you want to do.
so,
How do you plead to the offense, sir? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty. I'll sentence you to it. Good luck to you, sir.
I know that case is getting a little old. He's got 4 hours of community service to do, so he states.
Is Mr. Brown here?
He is here, Judge.
Come up, Mr. Brown. He has literally had from August to now, all he had to do was a class and community service and to get dismissed. What has he done?
Done the class. There might have been-
You have had from, no, it's not a good morning. They have given you an offer to dismiss this case. It's funny that we literally have to beg people to work for damn dismissals. It's such a shame. You, since August 28th, have had an offer to dismiss this case if you perform how many hours? 4 hours of community service in a class, and you still haven't done the community service. What on earth have you been doing with your life that you can't commit 4 hours?
I wasn't aware of a community service until this weekend. As far as the anger management class, I didn't know about that sooner.
Mr. Slider? Now looks to me like he's throwing you under the bus now.
Judge, I have an open
You
door
know?
policy for all my clients. I'm in the office every night till 9 p.m. I tell everyone, don't let 10 days come by unless you at least put some type of contact with me, whether it's on the phone.
You have until Monday. If you haven't completed everything by Monday, you will get an immediate trial setting and I will not accept anything else. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm now sending you for a drug test. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. We'll see. Sit down. You have to beg people to work a damn dismissal. Unacceptable.
That offer was October 4th.
And he was set for jury trial October 4th, and now he's got a status conference November 14th. But the attorney hasn't changed. Usually they might take it off the trial doc if you get a new
You want
attorney.
to, it's up to you, whatever you want. If
He
you
wants
want
a
to set
trial
it,
date.
okay, then
Yeah.
let's set it. I would love to go to trial with
Yeah.
Mr. Munyara.
One of these things where he has strong feelings about it.
Guys, how soon could you be ready for trial of Mr. Munyara? December 3rd?
Yes, Judge, but there are a lot of trials set up that day.
Yeah, now I think there's 6. And 2 of them already are jail cases. We just set one today.
Yes, Judge.
What, do we have another day in December, Ramona?
Yes, Judge, but that day is loaded. There's
You-
like 14
That's
trials
the only
already set
other-
on that day.
I mean, maybe he'll plead on,
That's kind of what I'm thinking, Judge. He's maxed out on jail credit here. If he works out the felony, then the misdemeanor is going to be kind of a waste of time to
So,
try it. But I'm
Scott, are you okay with, we set it on Friday? Okay, let's set it for the 15th, which is the day after the felony case.
okay.
Like they said, if he pleads up there, then it'll go away here.
And then on that day, if not, we'll just get a
And
trial
we'll
date.
set it in the new year.
Okay, yes, Judge.
Okay. So this is Mr. Otis. Good morning, Mr. Otis.
Good morning, sir.
Mr. Otis, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 30 days in jail with credit for the 20 days that you've done. You got to understand there's a lot riding on this, Mr. Otis. This comes with an affirmative finding of family violence. What that means is that if you ever pick up another case like this, and it could be so much as you take someone's arm and just squeeze ever so tightly to where even just a minimal amount of pain,
Yes, sir.
you're now looking at a 3rd-degree felony up to a minimum of 2 years, up to 10 years in prison. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You can also never own a gun or ammunition as a result of this plea bargain agreement as well. Is this what you want to do?
Yeah, well, it's over.
Have you been to the penitentiary before?
Yes, sir.
How many times have you been to the penitentiary?
A lot.
So you realize that you're a true habitual. Every time you pick up a felony, you're looking at a 25 to life case.
Yes, sir.
You've picked up now less than a gram. I don't know why they've not got you in, or maybe they do have you enhanced to at least a 3rd or 2nd degree. No, they've got you to still state jail. Yeah. All right. Mr. Otis, how do you plead to the assault of a family member? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you plead guilty, you can never change this or undo this. It will go on your record. It'll be there forever. All right, sir, how do you plead?
Guilty.
I'll find you guilty, sentence you to the 30, give you acquitted for 20. It's an affirmative finding of family violence. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Abandoned, because they would make it 90. Are you with Mr. Anguiano? Come on up, Mom.
Came back positive, Your Honor, but I would like to see the levels on the test because before all this, he was a
Don't care.
heavy marijuana user.
Come up, Mom. Thank you so much for coming. So you're familiar with the case he has? Were you here with me the first time? Okay. So he's young, and I asked him not to do two things. Not drive like a, maniac, and not to smoke marijuana. I tested him September, and I gave him a warning that if you test positive again, that tells me that you've continued to smoke, and it's unacceptable, and there's only one place for it. He has continued to smoke. So guess what happens now? I told you when you got here last time, don't do anything to put yourself in a position where you're still testing positive. It's been a long time. It's been a month and a half now, and you continue to test positive.
They didn't send my first test to the lab. You could see that my levels went all the way down. I haven't smoked not once. I was a strong smoker for 3 years straight. I promise you, I have not smoked.
How old are you now?
I'm 18.
18. So since 15, you've been that heavy of a smoker?
He was with my mom in Oregon for a while, but since last quarter, he's only been home. He just got a job.
And we did get a PTI program for him. He has been working on his GED.
He's still smoking.
I would like to see the levels. I do know that.
Sure, I will give you anything you want, Hugh. It's an open book. It's an open door, but you're staying with me. And then we'll see. If you show me something different, great. But I warned you. I told you what to expect if you continued to test.
I didn't smoke though. That's the thing. Why am I getting arrested if I haven't smoked?
You know how many people tell me that on a daily basis? We are now nearly November 1st. I tested you in the beginning of September. If you would have stopped smoking, you would not have anything in your system at this time. Goes with you? Sure, of course. Mom, don't go.
No, I asked her because I need.
Oh, okay. Just come.
You can go forward.
Come this way. You ready?
Yes.
Hey.
Mr. Canales, he took the test, I think, and it came back negative.
He did?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Great. Fantastic.
So is he free to go?
Good job. You sure?
That's what
He came back negative?